Hola, ¿cómo están? So, I remember this story a white dude shared on Facebook. He lived in Tokyo, and one morning he was going to work. He saw his Japanese neighbor fixing a bicycle, and the guy said to his neighbor, "Tough day, huh?" And his neighbor just looked at him and then ignored him. It's kind of sad, isn't it? But that's kind of how Tokyo is, right? I've been to like 30 countries around the world, but I've had to say that Japanese people are maybe the most unapproachable people. But I experienced something a few months ago that changed my opinion about this. I went to Ishigaki Island in Okinawa. The first night, I went to this very small bar and there was only like a bartender and two other Japanese customers. When I ordered a drink, the bartender asked me, "So where are you from?" And I said, "I'm from Tokyo." And the bartender said to the other guy, "Hey, this guy is from Tokyo." So the guy said, "Oh great, I'm from Tokyo too." And before I knew it, everybody was in the conversation. I was like, wow, this is amazing, people are so friendly here. I went to another bar and it was the same. There were a few more customers and two bartenders, but everybody talked to me. One of the guys even shared food with me. It was very delicious. Again, I've lived in Tokyo for nearly 20 years, but I've never experienced this level of friendliness from Japanese people. Friendliness. It's kind of hard to pronounce. So the next day was even more interesting. I met this Japanese girl in a live music venue, and she was going to another bar, so I went there with her. And she was meeting her friends, who was bringing another friend she had just met the day before. So there we were, four very random Japanese people drinking together. Again, this had never happened to me in Tokyo. So, why is Okinawa different? I think there are two main reasons. The first one is that Ishigaki is a small island. There are only about 50,000 people. And as you know, the bigger the city, the colder the people. But the second reason is more interesting. I think it was because a lot of people are sort of foreigners. Truly local Okinawan people, they tend to have a very strong sense of identity and community. And there's a historical background to this. But for example, the bartender from the first bar, he wasn't from Okinawa. He was from Hokkaido, the other end of Japan. And he said that local people often treat him as an outsider. And I think this sentiment is quite shared amongst people from mainland Japan. People who immigrated to Okinawa. So they're like expats. Come to think about it, I do have experiences of randomly hanging out people in Tokyo. But the thing is, it has always been with a mixed group of international people. And expats tend to be extra friendly, not just in Japan, but anywhere around the world. So, how about you guys? Do you have any experience hanging out with random Japanese people? Please let me know in the comment section. Alright, the video was about me playing how Japanese people make a decision. So Nuno says, "Looking sexy with those wigs." Ooh, sexy. I like that. Thanks. And Shot Anime says, "Me and my husband every time we eat out." Well, that sounds like a fun couple. Anyway, she has a YouTube channel about anime reviews, so if you are into that kind of stuff, check her out. And Roman says, "Well, I'm that guy that really doesn't care." Yeah, I know, there's always somebody who doesn't genuinely care. But you know what? I always care. Sometimes I just walk around the street for like an hour trying to find the perfect place to eat. Because what to eat is something critically important for me. And Erin says, "This is how my family makes decisions. It's like no matter how hard we try, we always end up assuming one of these roles, and the whole conversation gets derailed into strawman arguments and semantic bickering." Isn't it interesting that, simple things get so convoluted quite easily? I have to figure this out. I have to find a way to make this simple. Oh, see you guys later. Ciao!